Happy winter solstice, everybody. The bottom of the cross as the Son of God is dying on the cross. That's what winter solstice is. Santos is going to join us here in just a moment. And as Santos joins us, he is going to explain how winter solstice is truly just the sun, literally the sun outside, the one that lights up the world, how it dies on the cross of solstices and equinoxes. Today, winter solstice is the bottom of the cross. This side is the left side of the cross. That's Aries. Up there is when the sun is going through Cancer. On the right side of the cross is when the sun is going through Libra. The bottom of the cross is when the sun is dying in Capricorn. We just entered Capricorn season, right? Well, the Son of God is about to climb back up the mountain like the goat does, up to spring equinox in Aries, going through the 4 points of the cross, as always, as it always does and always has done and always will do. That is what winter solstice is. Santos is on now. He'll be joining us here in just a moment. Santos, go ahead and request to join, brother. Okay. Just joined. Santos, just so you know, bro, I'm looking at the Hearth book. We got the Hearth book here, Santos. Obviously, you know what that is. Julio's book.
Yeah, man. Yep, I'm aware of it. I haven't read it yet. I wish I had the time to, because thank God, this is something I've been wanting to do for 10 years, but never found the time. But I suppose it's all on video.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's all on video. All that Julio did, bro, is he put to paper everything that you put to word.
Yeah. I'm going to be doing, by the way, for everybody listening, he's going to be with me on the Caribbean in around April, May. Who else? Divine and
Embodiment. Zach and Embodiment. Or Zach and Julio.
Right.
Plugging my light back in, guys. One moment.
Yeah, so that's going to be good. Well, I'm going to be with them and Roberto. There's 4 of us.
Yeah.
It's going to be called Wisdom Summit.
Okay.
And it's going to be called syncretism in Spanish. I, not a Y. So it'll be called syncretism, and then in English, Wisdom Summit. Are we live?
Yes, we're live.
Okay.
Happy winter solstice, everybody. Santos is going to bless us with a little bit of wisdom on winter solstice.
All right. Well, what do you want to know? Because you've already covered it, dude.
Yeah, no, I covered it mildly, metaphorically, but I mean, you can go in depth. I can't go deep like you.
All right. Well, ask me a question.
Okay. Well, what is, just very simple. Why is the Son of God dying on the cross? Why is that the Son of God and not a literal son, a person? Why is it that, Santos? Why wasn't there someone literal, contrary to a metaphor, the sun happening?
Okay. All right. Well, you can read books about Jesus. It's called Gospels, not history. Gospels, right?
Right.
You can read about Spider-Man. There's plenty of books about Spider-Man, Superman, Wonder Woman, sexy, like the curves. But they're fictional characters. Spider-Man teaches you good things, teaches you how to be a hero, how to hate evil and kill evil mofos. So does Superman. Funny about that. And there's a guy called God. He's way up there in the sky, yeah? You know that one there? The sun? Yeah? That guy, God, He's a real mofo killer. He killed everybody. I wish I was him when Noah was around. I would have loved to have that gig. Sodom and Gomorrah. He hurled fire and sulfur down. I wish I had that gig. When they were in the wilderness, God said, Moses, step aside. I'm going to kill all the children of Israel. They're complaining, whinging, whining, stupid, flesh-eating mofos. So instead, what he did was he gave them quail because they didn't like the vegetarian diet in the desert because God fed them manna. So he said, all right, I'll give you meat. You want meat, do you? The diet of animals. So he gave them quails, and they were stuffing themselves with quails, and they all died. God smote them for eating flesh. God is a killer. He's a murderer. He's a killer. And guess what? I dig God. He's a fucking cool mofo. Because he kills.
Absolutely.
Because he kills mofos.
Gives and takes life. It is who gives and takes.
All the sodomites at Sodom and Gomorrah, all the LGBTQ people that were there, boom, all gone. Not that I'm saying that they should be killed, because there's so many poor people. I know a few people. I know a few of these people, and they're really good-hearted people. But the ideology, that's what's going to be slaughtered. The ideology of all of this. I'm talking about ideologies. People say, oh, Santos is inciting killing. Well, I read the Bible. God does. He says, stone the motherfucker that is a glutton. If your son's a glutton, take him outside and stone him to death. I mean, I'm just saying that we should kill. They're going to be killed. All the mofos that deserve it will be wiped off the surface of the earth very soon. So, and that's what this solstice is about. This solstice is the closing door. It's already closed. Today is the closing door of being saved. Rest assured. Because when 24 hits, 224, the number 8 is destruction. And the number 8 looks like this, doesn't it? It happens to look like, going on here. Okay. It happens to look like this, doesn't it?
It does.
So there's the good people and there's the evil people. Yeah. And this is today's solstice. And guess bye-bye, evil people. You've sealed your own fate. All you people who've made videos about me. Bye-bye. Off to hell you go. And trust me, if God doesn't do it, I'll make sure you do. I will send every mofo, lying mofo to eternal damnation. And I know there's other people like me that are good-hearted that will do it. You probably won't, because you're a nice guy. You're of a different.
I got Mars and Taurus tropically, but sidereally I got Mars and Aries.
Yeah, but you're there's people that are truthers like me, but they've got a different conditioning. They don't talk about killing. They talk about love and light and wait for God to stop the pedivores and God's going to jump in and everything. No, we are God. We have to fucking do the work.
100% we do.
We have to expose the mofos. We have to go round them up and guillotine them. Heads are going to roll. Michael Toon's
flip the tables.
First one, then Cullen Smith, then Professor Dave, then Simon Dan. Those top 4, Mark Passio, all the guys that deserve their heads removed, I'll be there. Because they're liars. Fancy teaching people that the earth moves when it doesn't fucking move. And science has proven that tens and tens and tens of times. Michael Morley, Sagnac, George Airy, James Bradley in 1729. the astronomer royal. He proved it to the Queen. He said, Earth is stationary. 50 years, the greatest astronomer ever, James Bradley. Then 150 years later, George Airy, the astronomer royal, again performs the same experiment and proves that the Earth does not fucking move. Now, that's two astronomers royal, James Bradley and George Airy, 1879. Funny about that. And yet Einstein said there's no optical experiment ever that can prove that the Earth moves. And yet it moves because he's a Jesuit. That's why he says, and yet it moves. But he just told you the truth in the first sentence. You'll never be able to prove that it moves because it fucking doesn't. I'm standing on dirt that is dead, 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 dead fucking still. You know, I'm not moving. Huh? If the Earth was fucking moving, we'd be jumping up and down like this at 870,000 mark. Wouldn't there be a little bit of a vibration every now and then? An earthquake or two? Tsunamis?
So Santos, for those of the people who are confused about how the sun is creating these solstices and equinoxes without us moving, would you be able to show them possibly how it's doing that without us moving?
All right, yeah, let's go to kindergarten. Here we go. Okay, so this is how fucking easy it is. So easy. This is the circle of the Earth. The Earth is a circle. Read the Bible, Psalms. God made the Earth the circle, floating on nothing. Just like the Greek philosophers said. The Greek philosophers said, Thales, Solon, Plato, Pythagoras, that it is floating on a cushion of air. You've seen how UFO... Look,
right.
we all...
Yeah.
We all know about anti-gravity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a real thing. So the Earth is like so, and then it's like so, and then it's like there's a North Pole, and the North Pole is a torus field, and that is the plane of inertia, the planet of Eartha, and the sun goes around here clockwise, the moon clockwise every day. This dome here, it moves clockwise every day. Every day. The Earth does not move. There's your North Pole. There's your Arctic Circle. There's your Tropic of Cancer. This camera over here where, let me just get my hand out of the way of the... Here's your equator. Here's your Tropic of Capricorn. And this is the beautiful...
So beautiful.
All right, so there you've got Antarctic, the Antarctic Circle. It's always been called that. That's the Tropic of Capricorn.
Right there, guys. That's it.
Cancer. And the equator. I mean, I don't have to say any more than that. That's exactly how everything works. The sun in summer hits the Tropic of Cancer. Then on the 21st of June, we're here now on the 21st of December in Capricorn. Funny about that, isn't it? Yep. There it is. So doable. When the sun is here, Australia happens to get summer. And guess what? It's summer over there. They don't have snow. They don't have a snowy Santa Claus in Australia. I've lived there for 56 years. I should know. It's hot.
It's funny you're saying that, Santos. Someone just commented saying many globers say it can't be flat because you can't see the North Star in Australia.
Yeah, that's because they're stupid. That's because they're probably deep thinkers, but not clear thinkers. You can't see everything. The sky is not transparent, dumb bum, whoever you are. I saw some dickhead make a video about it. Oh, well, I go with the science because you can't see the Polaris. I go with the science because you can't see Polaris from Australia. You can. You can fucking see Polaris from Australia. I've seen it, dipshits. I've seen Polaris.
Mm.
You can.
He's Australian, guys.
With a telescope, morons. Your eye can only see a few hundred miles. It's limited. Remember, an eagle can see a billion times better than a human. Why don't we have eagle vision then? Why don't we see things that dogs and cats can see? We can't see shit. And then there's this dickhead saying, well, we can't see Polaris. You can't see every star from every part of the earth because they're local. Dumb bums. Jesus, stupid is fucking stupid. You can't save it. You can't save any of these stupid idiots. You just can't save them.
Yeah.
Just look, anyone out there who's a fucking dumb bum, globetard, just meditate for 5 seconds. And the meditation will tell you that the earth is not fucking moving.
You'll realize you're not moving. Santos, would you mind drawing the analemma on that display that you just showed all of us real quick?
Yep.
Please.
So the analemma, does this, okay? At the equator, what happens is there's an analemma. You can just check this out yourself. Anna means fire, guys. Okay, that's Agnes. That's fire, and that's the shape of the figure 8. It goes like this. There it is. That's the analemma. Small in the towards the northern hemisphere, and why is it bigger at the southern hemisphere? You know, people say, oh, but how do you get day and night on a flat earth? Well, easy. When the sun is here, you over in America, you're over here, and the sun, that is the delineator. You cannot see past the delineator. Once the sun goes around every day and it goes up to here, Australia is in darkness.
Yep.
Yeah. Let me tell you something that happened to me in 2002. I flew from Perth to Melbourne, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Now listen up carefully, everybody. In those days, I had my phone. There were no video. I just had this little red Vodafone. No, a little red Motorola.
Yeah, yeah.
And everybody in the plane, there were hundreds of people, they were all gasping. This is what they saw. I swear to God, as God is living, I saw the delineator in front of us. So let's do this. So here's Australia. Okay. Wow, that's a pretty good. That looks like what NASA does. That's how NASA shows people what the Earth looks like. Sloppy and disgusting, like that quick thing I did of Australia. Eh? Tasmania in there. Oh, Illuminati. Yeah, that's better. Tasmania. Okay, so here's Perth and here's Melbourne. There's Perth, there's Melbourne. We were about here. All right, we're going this way. We're right there in the aeroplane,
Mm.
and we're going to Melbourne. Well,
Okay.
this is what happened. We looked behind us. Everything was daylight. This was all daylight. Because the sun was setting over here. The sun was setting in the west.
Wow.
We're traveling east. Everything here, everything in front of the aeroplane, which was there, here we are. Hundreds of people were watching it, and we saw everything in front of us. 180 degrees was pitch black.
Wow.
We saw the black to the right and to the left. Everything was black, and behind us, everything was daylight.
Wow.
That can't happen on a globe. It can never happen on a globe. You can't have seasons on a globe. You can't have day and night on a globe.
Mm.
You can't have 8-hour days and 16-hour nights in Finland on a globe. Perfectly spherical. Everywhere on the earth, everyone should have 12-hour days and 12-hour nights. If you're living in a globe, duh, dumb fucks. That's just one fact alone. You can't have any day. There can never be a day on the earth that is 11 hours and 59 minutes. On a globe earth, I'm talking about, there has to be exactly 12 fucking hours wherever you are. And then any retard can do the experiment. Just get a torch and a ball. Turn the light off, pitch black, shine the light on the ball. And you'll see that 180 degrees of the ball is always lit and 180 degrees is always black. Stupid, dumb, educated morons.
Trick, brother. Yeah.
Now, one more thing. Brother, listen to this. This proves we're living on a flat earth. I have all the proof.
Yes,
I saw it with my own eyes. We all were gasping because there was a rainbow 180 degrees on the horizon below us, right on the horizon. Like so let me show you on the board what that looks like. This was the amazing thing. Not only did I pass through the delineator in February of 2002.
Yeah, you said 2002, yeah.
Okay. So we looked down and we're flying this way. We looked down on the earth, and as I said to you guys, everything here was dark. Everything here was light. How can that be on a globe? It cannot be. And what we saw, guys, was we saw a rainbow. A rainbow, 180 degrees, 7 colors.
Wow.
On the base, it was like this. See, imagine this is the horizon, right? It was sitting on the horizon and it was touching the ground.
Wow.
Now, how does that prove that the earth is flat? Okay, well, do rainbows curve?
Certainly not, of course.
Huh?
Well, of course, yes. Yeah.
All rainbows are curved.
Yes.
Right. But do they bend to conform with the shape of something? Have you ever seen a rainbow take a bend?
No.
No. Therefore, this cannot happen on a fucking globe. It cannot happen on a fucking globe.
Yeah.
It just cannot fucking happen. We saw so from here to here. Here, all of that was fucking rainbow. That proves that it can't. How can if this was a ball, how can the rainbow be here, right here, when the ball has sloped 600 miles? And over here, another 600 miles. How the hell do you get a rainbow flat, 100 degrees below you on the horizon? I'm not talking about on the earth. I'm not saying that there was a rainbow, you know, 180 degrees and it was beautiful. It was stuck on the horizon. There was no gap between the rainbow, between the earth and the sky. Rainbow was positioned on top of the earth, and the sky was above it, above the rainbow.
Wow. Impossible on a globe.
It cannot be a globe. How can a rainbow bend? It doesn't bend. It has one curve. It's two-dimensional and it's flat. Rainbows are fucking flat. And then you get these other stupid retards. They do a model of the solar system with the sun in the middle, and then they put all the planets, and then they put a square flat Earth and say, something's wrong with this picture, isn't it? Because they're globetards. As if, look, for a start, if you're an astrologer like me, you know the Earth's flat because you won't find. Let's have a look at some astrology, shall we?
Santos, real quick, as you're looking that up, we're getting a comment here. People are interested in something that they could do to change the trajectory of their life today on a solstice. Is there anything that you recommend specifically?
Yeah, easy. It's simple. Be the person that you were called to be. We've all been called. Be that person. Arseholes will continue being arseholes, and we will continue being who we are. Truthful, honest, happy, loyal. And that's not going to change. So what happens is we go from one portal to another in the same condition. We carry the condition and improve on it. Tomorrow, the 22nd, we're going to be a better human. It's so simple. If you want to light candles and pray to your God, even better. If you want to do chanting, play music, go to a solstice festival, I'm gonna do solar gazing. I'll be there looking at that sun go down because I've got to. I have to measure where the sun. I've got to measure where the sun is, where the sun's setting today, because I did it on June the 21st, and I can see it because I'm in the tropics, of course, here in Mexico.
Yeah.
And you can really see the slant. You can really see the slant, man. I mean, the sun's setting over there now, like it's really weird. But anyway, it's not weird. I mean, I'm saying it's just that I haven't been here on the solstice.
For this time frame.
Last solstice, I was in on the Caribbean.
Yeah.
This is tobacco, by the way. It's for my flu. See, people think, by the way, it's artisan tobacco, organic and natural. And I only smoke when I get sick. Why? Because nicotine is a medicine. Cannabis is a medicine. It's been proven time and time again. Here in Mexico, cannabis is the most sacred and tobacco is second. In Peru, tobacco is first.
Brilliant.
If you want to get rid of your flu really quick, everybody else that got this thing that I've got, half of the town of San Cristobal de las Casas, they're all in bed. No one's going to work. It's been like that for 2 weeks. Economically, this city for the last 2 weeks has There's no tourists. Tourism's down. Everyone's sick. All my friends, my masseuse can't massage me. My other friends can't come and visit. I can't visit them. They're all sick. I had this for about 10 days. I was in bed flat for 3 days. I started smoking. And now I'm 100%. I mean, I've been talking all day. I'm still, my voice is back. Yeah. These people in town, they can't speak.
Yeah, your voice is definitely 10 times better than it was a week ago.
Because of this.
Yeah.
When this packet finishes, I bought one packet. I haven't smoked for 8 months. I only smoked 2 months out of the year. When this is finished, you can see there's only 2 more cigarettes there. That's it. I'm done with tobacco. You only need medicine at the right time.
Yeah.
When they tell you that tobacco causes cancer and rather, they're only telling you half the truth. Yeah, their tobacco, like their McDonald's, is not real food. Their tobacco is not real food, real tobacco. This is real tobacco. That God wants you to smoke. Everyone smokes 2 months every year.
Everyone knows about Pachamama. No one knows about Mapacho.
Yeah, exactly. I smoke Mapacho. It's not here. It's not this, but I'm waiting for a delivery of Mapacho. Mapacho is the best tobacco you can smoke. I've done ceremonies with tobacco, Mapacho, and I've gone through the whole galaxy. Tobacco will give you visions of the whole fucking galaxy. That's how good this shit is. Well, guys, I'm going to show you the sun. There it is. It's just about to set, and I'm going to make sure I mark it against that house next door. You can see. Can you see the house?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to mark
vaguely,
that.
but we can see it.
Yeah. So in 5 minutes it'll be going down, or in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mark it, and that's what you should do, because you'll see that the sun will stay there for 3 days. It won't move at the solstice. Then on the 24th, midnight, Christmas Eve, it begins to go back to Cancer. It goes. Bhagavad Gita says it clearly. I mean, Srimad Bhagavatam says it clearly. The sun is on a ramp. It ramps up to Cancer, and then it goes down the ramp, right ascension of meridian, for all of you Globee astrologers. God, I can't stand Copernicus. They are the stupidest fucks. Do not get a reading from a globe-tard astrologer, please, anyone. Please. They will send you, run away. They will send you to hell. See, these stupid bums. Let me show you something.
Santos, real quick, would you mind describing the difference between a society that starts its year in Capricorn and a society that starts its year properly in Aries? Go ahead and show us this, though, first.
Okay, all of you stupid globe-tard astrologists, there's the sun, there's Jupiter, there's Pisces, Moon, Chiron, Venus, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, Uranus, Mars, North Node, South Node is opposite. Where is the Earth? Where the fuck is the Earth, retards? Well, let me show you where it is. It's there to there, that line. It never moves. It's still and stationary. These houses, they have to be varied. This is a Placidus.
Yeah.
There you go, Placidus.
Love Placidus, contrary to whole system.
Placidus is the best system that exists. I'm not saying whole house or equal house or porphyry house system is not good. I also use porphyry, the Neoplatonist, vegetarian. Let's do his house system. Hang on.
There's just so many. The reason I said that is because there's so many whole house system astrologers out there that are only whole house system astrologers.
Yeah, that's
but
good.
They're also
That's
globies, so it's
that's great. I use whole house all the time and equal sign. But let's go to Porphyry. Let's see if he has equal houses. No, he fucking doesn't, and he was a genius. There you go. There's my chart. What's that line doing over to the left? You see, because what stupid astrologers don't know. When Cancer is on this side, in Australia where I was born, Australia.
Yeah. Okay.
When Cancer is on this side rising, the MC goes to the left. When Capricorn is rising, the Capricorn sign, all these signs here, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, the MC will be over here. So if I was born on March the 24th at this time, there it is. There's my details, guys. Born 4:19 p.m. Okay?
Right before 4:20. Perfect timing.
Right. So this is a 24-hour clock. Okay? So that's 12 midday. That's 12 midnight. That's virtually 6 a.m. And that is virtually DC at 6 p.m. So my sun at 4:19, you can see, if that's midday, well, it's traveled 4 hours because this is a clock. That's the hour hand. So if someone tells me what time they were born, if they say, oh, I was born at 6 o'clock in the morning, their sun will be here at 6 o'clock in the morning. Midnight, their sun will be here in the fourth house. Okay? Now, this is the Porphyry system, which puts my sun in the 8th house, which I don't like. No, I do like it, but that's Placidus. Now the sun is in the 7th house. Okay? Now.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, because why? Because it's a fucking flat earth. If it was all equal, we'd be living on a globe. It doesn't work, sweethearts, girlfriends. This proves, Porphyry and Placidus prove that we're on a fucking flat earth, because the houses have to account for the difference in latitude and whether Cancer is rising or Capricorn. Do your homework, globe-tart astrologers. Get someone's chart who's got Capricorn in the northern hemisphere rising, and you'll see that the MC is all the way over to the right. Let me find an example for you. Okay.
This is brilliant what you're breaking down right now, bro. This is stuff that a lot of astrologers had never made the distinction of. This is brilliant.
Because they're stupid fucking globe-tarts, Jesuit Copernicans. They've joined the Copernican revolution. Look up media, Copernican revolution, and it's the Inquisition, sweethearts.
Yeah.
You're under the Inquisition, and you've been contained on a globe, and yet there are many, many more lands. Stupids.
We're just here to do your mind.
Plenty of books have been written about the transatlantic lands. There are hundreds of them. So let's find someone. Well, look, let's do this. I'm going to do this right while you guys are looking. Look what happens if I change my notice where the MC is on the flat Earth. AC/DC, good rock band, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. They must have been flat. I think Bon Scott was a flat earther. Yeah, AC/DC. It's right there. There it is. AC/DC. Yeah, because that's the east and that's the west, and that is the flat fucking earth. There's no earth here in these. That's the sun. There's no Earth going around. Where is the Earth going around the sun? Where? Where is the fucking Earth? It's not fucking there.
It is it.
Yeah,
That's it.
It's not there. It's a symbol. It's a line. Oh, God. Oh, God. You just can't. How can you fix stupid? You just can't. All right. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go back and edit my, let's edit the time I was born. Let's make it, let's go to about 3 a.m. and get the Tropic of Capricorn up. Look what happens.
Yes, the solstice is a portal.
Wait a minute. Let's go 2 a.m.
Every single solstice and equinox is what the ancients used to call as holy days. The word Kodesh meant separate, and Kodesh is holy, and they were talking about the solstices and equinoxes. So the holy days, holidays, the holidays are holy days, which are the solstices and equinoxes. Those are the only 4 days that, well, major 4 days, very important 4 days that our ancestors would celebrate when they were living in astrological society.
Well, let's have a look at this then, shall we? Let's do 12, 9 days. Let's go about there, because this proves that it's a flat Earth. If you really knew what I'm doing here, look at now. This is my chart now, right? It's still Santos Bonacci, but I was born at midnight. You'll understand why I put midnight and not 4 a.m. You'll understand it's flat Earth stuff. I'm not going to go into it.
It's all good.
A whole.
We get it, bro.
Can you see where my MC is?
Yeah. It went from the left to the right.
Right, but
yeah.
But in the northern hemisphere, the goat is on the left. See, if I put New York, let's say I was born in New York. Let's do this. New York, other town, Los Angeles. USA. Let's put me in the northern hemisphere now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the real time I was born. And this absolutely proves that unequal house is the superior system if you know that you're living on a flat fucking Earth, which is exactly how it would be.
Yes, whole house system is, in essence, a globe. It's globy. Whole house system is globy, yes.
Yeah, I'll have to make the time.
Someone commented that, Santos. I'm just answering the question.
Yeah, I know. Well, let me see what happens here. I want a Leo. I'm trying to get a Leo rising, so I've got to find the time. Later. I've got to go later than this. Let's go 1 o'clock. I want Capricorn to rise. A Leo, because I'm a Leo rising. Let's go.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Let's go a little bit more. So this would be my chart.
This is all tropical, everyone asking, yeah.
I want to get it as close as possible to the 17th degree. Edit. I'll have to go earlier.
And by the way, for everyone asking or everyone curious, this live will be posted on Instagram as well as Santos's Rumble afterwards. Thanks for everyone who's buying a badge, all the people buying badges. Appreciate y'all.
And tell people to go to Universal Truth School and support me there, guys. All right, look at where my MC is. It's over to the right. And I've retained my Leo rising. If I had brought it to Cancer, you would have seen the MC would have been over there. So you see how it works? That can only it can only be on a flat Earth. Astrology is geocentric. Have a look at this. What's the default setting? What's the default setting of Astro theme, for instance? Astro. Let's have a look at Astro theme. And what have we got here? Why is the default setting geocentric? Why?
Why would you do that?
Why do they have their default setting at geocentric? Why? Why would there even be such a fucking thing as heliocentric? Why would there be? There isn't. It doesn't fucking exist.
It doesn't exist, y'all. We are not chasing that thing. That's the sun. We're not chasing it.
Listen, if we have seasons, if you go to Finland and the day is only 2 hours long, you have to have an unequal house system. Because if the days can vary if they can vary in length, so can the fucking houses, and they should, because we're living on a flat earth. The sun is local. If the sun were distant 93 million miles away and we were on Earth, then only equal house system would work.
Yeah.
For retarded
Heliosexuals.
Satanist astrologers that the Bible condemns. The Bible condemns astrologers.
You just made up a new word, bro. Heliosexuals.
No, it's been around. I didn't make it up.
Oh, okay, shit. Never mind. That's hilarious. I never heard of it.
I'm going to make every Copernican astrologer, I'm going to make them burn in fucking hell where they deserve, the lying, disgusting, degenerate Satanists. They're all alcoholics. Have you noticed that all these astrologers that are saying, hi, I'm an astrologer. Did you notice they look like fucking drug addict, bum, witches and warlocks and scary fucking demons? There's no normal heliocentric astrologers. They all look like they're demons. They're demon-possessed degenerates with their freaking equal house and equal seasons. You can't have a 2-hour day anywhere on a sphere. You can't have that. It can't exist.
It's so funny, Santos, that there was this, it's funny. There was this guy that I used to like a lot of his, the way that he would explain astrology on Instagram, and I used to like a lot of his videos. The way that he sounded good, right? And then once I told him that I followed you, he's like, oh, that guy. I said, I followed you and him, right? He's like, oh, that guy. Yeah, I used to follow him too. And then once I realized he was a flat earther, I just couldn't do it anymore. The moment he said that, I was like, okay, so now I know I can't follow you anymore. Because it's just like, oh, you just don't get it. You're not operating properly.
This is what you need to read between the lines, okay? This is what he really said. I'm a fucking dumb, fuckwit, retarded, degenerate, lying astrologer, and I think the Earth's flying. That's what he was saying to you.
Yeah, he said it without saying it. Definitely he said that. Yep.
Yeah, well, any astrologer who thinks the Earth is a ball is a fucking retard.
I'm pretty sure I literally unfollowed the guy that day. It was either that day or like the next day when I saw him on my feed again or something like that. But
I'll find out the guy's name. You can tell me the guy's name. I'll make a bum out of him for the rest of eternity. In fact, follow him back, write to him, and tell him to have a little debate with me about astrology and the flat Earth. Yeah, or any heliocentric asswipe out there. Get on a debate with me. I'm ready. On your platform. I'm ready. Ready. Tomorrow, write to me. music@santos.net.au or music@santosbonacci.com. Write to me. Set up a debate. Astrologers. Any astrologer heliocentric bum out there with your fucking equal house bullshit and whatever.
Why is he willing to debate this, guys? Why is Santos willing to debate this? Because he knows that he's going to win. He knows that it is geocentric. He knows it is not heliocentric. These people will just make a fool of themselves.
Let's go to kindergarten. If the days are unequal, longer days in summer, shorter days in winter, therefore the houses cannot be equal. Because all the houses from 7 to 12, they represent the daytime. And in Sweden, they only get 2 hours. They only get 2 fucking hours. So you cannot equalize 2 hours.
Hey, Santos, is Sweden, is that possibly, could that possibly mean something metaphorically like southwest of Eden in the North Pole? Could that be a thing?
Well, does Holland mean the Holy Land? Ooh. Does Venezuela mean the land of Venus?
Ooh.
Does Denmark mean the children of Dan? All these are Dan, or the children of Adam in Spanish. Does Australia mean light of the south? Star, Australia, the southern star land. Name any land, and I'll tell you what it means.
I'm just so glad I just did Sweden. I mean, Norway to the
Norway, north, the way to the north.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I mean, bro, only those are the two.
Russia, the land of Ra and Isis. Israel, Ra, Sisya, Isis.
Everything is etymology, guys. Everything is atomology. Everything is atoms. And everything is atomology, as Santos has taught us.
Etymology, exactly. Etym in Greek means the truth of words. And if you want to know everything about the universe, you won't learn it through numbers or letters. You will learn it through words. That's why I'm a linguist. Since I was born, I've been a polyglot.
Yeah.
The day I was born a polyglot.
Brilliant.
Bilingual.
Interestingly, I could talk backwards as a child. I still can.
Yeah.
Was born with that gift, bro. About 5 years old, just could say words backwards. Just enunciate them backwards easily.
Yeah, look, this is the thing, brother. We have abilities which the normies, they don't have. And these normie astrologers who think they're divine, because when you're an astrologer, you're a diviner, because astrology is divine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they don't have these things that we do. They don't have their consciousness expanded. My consciousness has expanded to every level. I can fathom all truths. I don't limit my brain and say, no, my PhD, my teachers and my doctors taught me this, and that's how it should be. You need this vaccination because it's going to be good for you. All the research, we have all the proof, vaccinations are really, really, really good for humans. Don't worry about the immune system. You see, that's doctors. We're talking about fucking doctors, murderers. Imagine how stupid the astrologers are. And dumb fucks are going to geo. Listen, all you good people out there, before you get a reading, ask the astrologer if he's a flat earther or if he is a heliosexual Copernican. And if he's a heliosexual Copernican, tell him to go and fuck himself. And tell him he's a fucking demon. And Santos Bonacci said that. Demon worshippers are astrologers. That's what they are. They're satanic demon, equal to globe tartary. Stupid, utterly stupid.
Yes. Doctors used to be astrologers because astrology used to be a part of being a doctor. Because the Hippocratic Oath said that the physician who's a physician who is not an astrologer has no right to call himself a physician.
It's in the Hippocratic Oath. It's
all there.
It's in there. In there.
Santos, you broke up a little bit, by the way, brother. You got the spinning circle of death going on currently. No one can see you. Yeah, also, yes, also, you should also ask the astrologer if they're vegan and geocentric, you know. Why, guys? Because you want to have a clear portal of who is giving you information. You want to have a clear... Santos will join right back on, guys. You want to have a clear portal of who's giving you information. Why? Because you wouldn't want someone who is double-minded trying to give you a direction, right? If you got someone who's double-minded and confused about how they are, where they are, how they should operate, you know, it's how are they supposed to give you proper direction? And that's exactly what an astrologer is supposed to do. An astrologer is supposed to give somebody proper direction. Supposed to show someone when they should double down on their luck, on their investments, how the way that the world sees them, the perspective in which the world is going to see them, their vices and their virtues that they're naturally going to be good at. Gonna write Santos, guys. I'm here. His phone may have died. It looked a little like his phone died. The spinning circle of death, that usually happens if his phone dies. Either way, I'm going to repost this. This will be posted back up on both mine and Santos pages, as well as on his Rumble, as well as on my YouTube. I'm not getting my YouTube taken down. I'm breaking up. When's the best time to get a reading? You can book a reading on my site if you want to. We'll schedule it this weekend. I do 30-minute readings for $40. Or you can just buy the Hearth book. Basically, most things that I would be teaching and saying to you is going to be in the Hearth book, but you could learn that yourself. For those of you who want to buy the Hearth book, Julio is the author. Divine Being Divine is the author. He learned most of what's in there from Santos, who was just on here. Guys, I don't know if Santos is going to be on here. I don't want to be just chilling too, waiting the whole time for him. But yeah, y'all. Okay, he just now hopped back on. He's gonna jump back on. This is winter solstice. It's a good time to commit to change. If you want to have a good 2024, right? The secular year is 2024. That's the secular year. The true last quarter of God's year is right now. Just began. The true last quarter of God's year just began. That's what the beginning of Capricorn season is. Why? Because the goat is climbing back up the mountain. It's climbing back up the ramp, right? So it's going to go from Capricorn to Aquarius to Pisces, and then enter Aries, and then go back up around. Right now, though, guys, here's a wheel up here behind me. Basically, the sun just entered Capricorn. Then it's going to go to Aquarius. Then it's going to go to Pisces, and then enter Aries again. If you want to have your finances in place, your health in place, your relationships in place, whatever it is that you desire to have in place by March 21st, I would give up the shit stopping you from getting there today. The food, the habits, the toxic relationships, the toxic foods, all forms of toxicity, all forms of acidity in your life. Uproot these fig trees that are not bearing any fruit in your life. Why? Because they're taking up space that could bear fruit. So you want to be uprooting these fig trees that are taking up too much space. Oh, Santos just now requested to join, so he's going to join us